Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and this is
Autumn Garibay,
and this is
Tala Garibay,
and this is
Logan Garibay.
And today, me and Autumn wanted to talk to you about Stargirl some more, but stuff happened in the world, and we got to talk about it. All right, so here's what happened: the Senate Democrats on Saturday and Sunday stopped a $2 trillion bailout deal for the American people. That's what's being reported, okay? Now, there's all kinds of different takes on this, and so I wanted to talk collectively about this. So here's what's being reported. The Democrats are saying they stopped this because it was a corporate bailout, right? Now, the Republicans would say, oh, well, the way you help the American people is you help the businesses that they work for, and that helps the American people. So my question to each of the Garibay children is, who's right? Should we be upset with the Democrats for stopping $2 trillion of help from reaching the American people? Or should we think of them as heroes because Trump was going to give all that money to the corporations? What do you? We'll go from my left all the way to the right. What do you think, Logan?
I'm a little bit in between, really. I do think that it's pretty nice that corporate bailout and that it would go to like companies and that would help them out and that they'd function more because of this like whole economic crash thing. But then again, there's the thing where it might go like to only corporate stuff and not really help the American people. That's another thing. But I'm mainly on the Democrat side.
So you think they were right that the deal probably was more corporate money and not really going to help the American Joe and Sally?
Yeah, I'm in the middle. I think the Democrats were... I mean...
What do you think? So wait, if you got to pick a winner and a loser, do you feel that the Democrats did a winner move by doing this, by stopping this twice, or a loser move?
I'm more on the loser side for them.
That they're a loser. This was a loser move, and that they should have helped the American people. And getting $2 trillion even from Donald Trump was a good deal, and they should not have stopped this.
Yeah, but it is a large amount of money, and like that $2 trillion. I think you said like it's America's like GDP like for the year,
1 year equivalent. Yeah. Right, exactly.
So that would be like a lot of debt.
It's a huge amount of money. Yeah. Oh, are you concerned about... Well, you know what? We'll come back to the debt question.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So, I am honestly not in support of the Democrats' decision to stop this bailout. I think bailout does seem like this big ugly word that might get us in that, but if there was ever a time for it, it is now. I think we're all realizing the severity of the coronavirus, and even people with the best work ethic are just being encouraged to stay home. And I've seen multiple businesses that have offered their employees to take leave, and they take it, but other businesses that have not done that and that keep their employees working. So I think the idea is that this money should go to businesses in order that they can keep operating without putting their employees in danger. And no, not every business is going to do that. There is some corruption behind that, but I think that the ones that do, it is just for the general safety at this point, and a necessity, I believe. And I don't think so. $2 trillion in one respect, it seems like a whole lot of money. In other respects, it seems like a drop in the bucket. But at this point, I think we do just need some money to get through this crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that.
Speak up.
I would say that. The Democrats would be more wrong in this choice. It's mainly because the money's not probably won't be going to grocery stores like Walmart or Giant. They'll go to businesses that literally can't run now. And especially like a lot of like local coffee shops, a bunch of more local things are being shut down. And they won't give money to things that are being super successful. So since the local stuff is being just is a little less, it is more affected by this problem, I feel like that means that's where the money's gonna go. And that's where we need the money most. And the Democrats say that it's important to help our smaller businesses. So
I'd agree with you, but I think there was some speculation there. So I'll actually ask you if they, so one, what do you think would have happened if with that $2 trillion, if it were approved? And then what do you think will happen now that it has been turned down?
So it's a great question. So one, I think the Democrats absolutely should not have stopped this. That $2 trillion should have went through, and here's why: the Democrats have no ability to stop Donald Trump from doing anything. They have proven that time and time and time again. He owns them left and right. They failed to impeach him twice. They failed to get him on the most ludicrous stuff that he's done. Like, he just owns them. Like, Monday through Friday. And maybe they get a break on Saturday. Like, and Democrats don't show up on Sunday. Right? Like, so, it's been bad. And so the idea that they were going to pressure him or make him do anything is now ludicrous. They have no ability to stop him from doing anything. And so all this did was delay getting $2 trillion, which is a ton of money, to people who desperately needed it. So I think it was a huge mistake on the part of the Democrats. And then your question was, what do I think the money would have been put toward?
Yes.
Probably, yeah. I think half of it would have been wasted on the wealthy, and then half of it would have went to the American people. And I'm
That's
totally,
still $1 trillion.
I'm totally okay with that, right? And I get why the Bernie people would be upset with that, and the Biden people would be upset with that, but that's America. Like, what do you think? Do you think even half of it would have reached Americans, real Americans, non-wealthy Americans?
Probably.
By the way, rich people are real Americans. Go ahead.
But yeah, it would probably get 50%, at most. It might be a little bit lower, because wealthy businesses are kind of a problem, or not really a problem, but they don't help things out that much.
Yeah. What do you think? How much do you think would have actually met? How much of that money would have come to the real American Joe and Sally?
I would say at least 70%, because like the bigger corporations such as Walmart,
right? They all work for. Yeah, we work for them. Yeah.
Like people do work for them, so that's gonna be very helpful. And but also, I think it is gonna go to like smaller businesses where they can't keep running, or businesses that can't, or even bigger businesses that can't run. And so all that's going to trickle down to the people who
absolutely
need it.
Yeah. What do you think, Autumn? How much do you think would have made it to the people?
It's a good question. That's why I asked, because this is all speculation. I don't know. 50% is a good estimate, but I'm leaning towards Tala for like an optimistic 75.
So next question. $2 trillion. Okay, you know a Senator Kingmaker who calls up and says, "Hey, give me the plan. I got a whole bunch of votes. I'm going to put in your plan, Tala, Autumn, Logan, Scott. And you need to tell them what to spend the $2 trillion on. And they're tired and have been up for 48 hours, and they're just going to use your plan because they trust you, right? So one, before you answer the question, one of the things that has changed in this coronavirus situation is, this is truly incredible, is the heroes. Okay, for the first time in my lifetime, all right, boy, I'm gonna catch some flack for this. Policemen and police people and fire people, and soldiers, they've been heralded as heroes forever. Okay, it's not nothing new. They're all heroes. Great, we get it. 9/11, blah blah blah. Right. I get it. I'm totally down with fire people, police people, soldier people, right? But they get their due. They are recognized as heroes on the reg. Half the shows are about them. Half the movies are about them. They are not shorted on recognition. But in this Corona situation, I'm hearing some new groups listed: truckers, health workers, and not like doctors, nurses, the people who clean the sheets, like everybody who works in a hospital is a hero, all right. And truckers are big time heroes, and people are recognizing it, right? So maybe you want to put a little of that $2 trillion in for them, maybe not. And I'll go first to just give you the structure, okay? $1 trillion goes to, I would just cut it up and give it straight to everybody in America who makes less than 60 grand a year, okay? The rest of it, I would split up among, I would give 40% to small business, right? And that means you have less than 50 employees. And then I would give 10% to all the big organizations. And actually, I would give 8% to all the big organizations. And then I would give 2% of $2 trillion directly to Hasbro Gaming to put into Dungeons & Dragons. That's a whole video in and of itself, and anybody can come at me with it, but I actually believe that tabletop role-playing games are a discipline, not a hobby. It's all about mental health and a million other things, but that's what I do with it. What would you do with $2 trillion, Autumn? How would you split it up?
Yeah, so I think that it would be a good way to incentivize companies into just really moral behavior with this crisis. I would give, I don't know about percentages, but a significant amount to allow and incentivize companies to make as much as they can remote, and specifically dedicating to training and tech and whatever they need for that. And then additionally, to allow leave for employees. I've seen how important this is with different people as they are forced to go on. Some are forced to go on leave and then don't have pay for it. Some are forced to work and then are putting their own safety at health. I think that if you are working with people, it needs to be either lessened or just done with. But to make that possible, they will be providing less value to the company, and the company will be able to provide less money to them. And I think that's where the government steps in with this money. Since I think those are my two biggest things, so let's just say 50-50, $1 trillion to tech and $1 trillion just to wages.
Yeah, I would put 30% to just hospitals and getting more hospitals. Then I would give 20%, actually 20%, I wouldn't use that money. I would take it from the military budget.
Ooh, spicy.
And you know how they're talking about the debate, and send out soldiers and use the money, 20% of what would be that out of the military, and send use their money, the military money.
Wow.
And then the other 50% I would give to local businesses.
Nice.
And that's all of it.
Your plan is terrible. We're going to get invaded by Canada now. Thanks a lot, Tala. Didn't you even watch Red Dawn? Go ahead, buddy.
No.
Yeah, so I really liked Autumn's idea and Tala's idea, so mine was kind of a mix between them. I really like the tech and how we need to adjust and get ready because this might go on for a while. Also, the wages part, a lot of people are getting laid off, you said?
Yeah, it's real. Yeah, absolutely.
And then I really like Tala's hospital idea because I've heard a lot of them are crowded, and maybe we should probably make more so that they're more available, and try to lift up staff and all that. Yeah, I have it like so many. So I think all like the percentages would be like from 10% to like 20%. So, yeah.
Okay. All right, that's good. So that is our thoughts on what happened with the Democrats pushing back the $2 trillion to help Americans. My take is boo Democrats for pushing that back 2 days, and we still don't have it. I'll go right down the line. You guys can say yay or boo on what the Democrats are doing right now, or you can pass. That's okay. What do you think, Tala?
Boo.
Yeah, exactly.
Boo.
Boo. What do you think, Logan?
Unfortunately, blue. Or boo.
Yeah. We need more. Like, and the reality is, I know they're trying to get more from Donald Trump, but just look at history. They ain't been able to get nothing from him. I mean, it's been bad, right? Thank you very much for letting us share our opinions on this $2 trillion debacle and this big delay for the American people. But I think we have some solid plans, and any of the senators are more than welcome to give us a call, except for Tala's plan. She did not watch Red Dawn, and we will get straight invaded by Canada if we do that. Can't take money from the military. All that's my opinion, and a bunch of their opinions too. Thank you. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.